This is another tutorial of an example of the BZP Pro Smart Scanner Biped working on a polygonal mesh. I have a goblin character here that is in a layer. I start by launching the plugin. The plugin is launched, BZP Pro Smart Scanner Biped. I start with button 1, creating the scale node, button 2, executing the sketch skeleton. I'm now going to take this mesh and I actually have to move the mesh so the root is lined up properly. Center of axis is lined up properly about. From there I go to the scale node and I will scale this up appropriately so it fits in the approximate location. Move this back to the reference layer and begin to place the joints in the proper location. As you can see, I am quickly orienting the joints of this biped to the proper orientation. And this is going to save weeks worth of time. And you want the joint lined up so it's about at the point of the foot. And then begin to move this in the proper location. Scale and translate the joints into place. And like so. And rotate the joints down so they're in the proper location. And you do so by translating, rotating, or scaling the joints into place with the proper open channel. So. most laborious part of this process is aligning the joints. And this actually should never be automated. It is ill-advised. Whenever you try to automate too much subjectivity in art, it ends up becoming too fabricated. But this will get you a pretty good head start. Then the index finger, and we're going to of course mirror this over. And for sake of argument, this doesn't have to be perfect for this demo. I'm simply blocking this out just to show how the tool works and saves time. And finally, the last digit of the hand. The fingers are actually the most difficult thing to lay out. But once they're done, the process is relatively simplistic. Okay, and once that's laid out good enough for this demo. Once that's done, you mirror the skeleton over, hit button 4 to finalize, drop down, hit button 5 to create leaf joints. Wherever you want these leaf joints moved to is where they should so desired to be. Button 5A mirrors them. Button 6 finalizes leaf joints. Drop down. Any leaf joints that you want to delete. I might not want pecs, I might not want lats, I might not want biceps or hamstrings, and so that's pretty much simply the way it is. From there, I need to unreference my scene, select the mesh, hit button 7 to bind. Once again, it is bound. Now to do the skinning, hit film or next gen. I'm doing film, 8A. Browse to the directory where your skinner scene is at. Now I can see your skinner scene is actually brought into the scene. I want to get it a little bit of a tighter fit, so I'm going to increase the number a little bit. I bulk it up a little bit, bulk it down a little bit. and then individually the individual controls here. I might need to scale down slightly. Get it so it's nice and tight in there. Just so you have relatively a nice fit. There's going to be a little bit of skinning cleanup being done at the groin area. Not much, a little bit. And might want to actually take this and then bring this down to about 1.15. Shrink it down a little further. Grabbing these yellow handles, moving them all around. And the goal is you want to encapsulate your head image into this proxy cage. And then once that's done or close, there might be a little bit of skinning cleanup needs to be done. You hit 8B, copies of skin weights, 8C are references, and then you have a skin file. When that's done, drop down D. Let's see if the head needs a little bit of cleanup here. Not too bad, looks pretty good. Groin might need a little bit of cleanup, but it's a very unique looking groin. When that's done, drop down D, hit button 9, creates the control rig. Button below makes the cartoony biped. Button below that and button 10 makes the facial GUI where you can hook up blend shapes. And your rig is complete. And if you want to do any cleanup from that point on, you can, but I just did about 110 hours worth of work in about 7 or 8 minutes. And you can see the results. Thank you for your time.